Hello, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine. I am your subject teacher of social study, and in our last video, we have discussed about chapter number 12, and chapter name is Ashoka and Harsha. And in this video, we are going to discuss about chapter 12 and discuss about the king Harshvardhan, that is part 2 of this chapter. So, student, in this video, we will learn about the king Harshvardhan. So first of all, I am going to discuss about the king Harshavardhan. Harsha, also known as Harshavardhan, was an Indian emperor who ruled North India from 606 to 647 CE. He was a member of the Vardhan dynasty and was the son of Prabhakar Vardhan and the younger brother of Rajavardhan, a king of Thaneshwar, present day in Haryana. So now look at the paragraph. This paragraph is about Harshavardhan. So first of all, we will read the paragraph. Less than 1,000 years after Ashoka death, another great king established an empire in India. His name was Harshavardhan. So student, in our last video, we have discussed about the king Ashoka, and who was a great king. And after his death, another great king established an empire in India whose name was Harshavardhan. Around 1400 years ago, in a place called Satneshwar, now Thaneshwar in Haryana, lived a king named Prabhakar Vardhan. He had two sons, Rajavardhan and Harshavardhan, and a daughter named Rajasri. So, student, about 1400 years ago, a place, Satneshwar, now in Haryana, lived a king whose name was Prabhakar Vardhan, and he had two sons. First one is Rajavardhan, second one is Harshavardhan, and a daughter whose name was Rajashree. So student, look at the map. Look at the map. This is the empire of Harshavardhan, 646 CE. Capital city. So student, this is the empire of Harshavardhan, and this is captured by the king Harshavardhan. So now look at the next paragraph. When Prabhakar Vardhan died, his eldest son Rajavardhan became the king. After Rajavardhan's death, Harsha became the king of Satneshwar. Harsha was only 16 years old at that time. So student, when the king Prabhakar Vardhan died, then his eldest son Rajavardhan became the king after his father's death. And after Rajavardhan's death, the Harshavardhan became the king. And when he became the king, then he was only 16-year-old at that time. Now look at the Harsha kingdom. Harsha fought many battles over the next few years, extending the boundary of his kingdom. He soon had a large kingdom that extended over modern Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and West Bengal. Harsha made Kannauj in present day Uttar Pradesh the capital of his kingdom. So student, in this paragraph we will learn about the Harsha kingdom, and he fought many battles for the extending the boundary of his kingdom, for the spreadism of the boundary of the kingdom, and he soon had a large kingdom that extend over modern Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, and he made Kannauj in present day Uttar Pradesh the capital of his kingdom. Kannauj was the capital of his kingdom, capital of Harsha kingdom. Now look at what kind of ruler what kind of ruler Harsha was. So look at it. Harsha as a kind and wise ruler. Harsha as a kind and wise ruler. He was a very kind and wise ruler. Harsha was an able and hard-working ruler. He often traveled across his kingdom to make sure that law and order were maintained. So student, he was an able and hard-working ruler. He was an able and hard-working king. He often traveled across the kingdom. Kingdom to ensure that the law and order was maintained or not. So student, you can say he he traveled himself in his kingdom because he want to check the law and order of his kingdom, that was maintained or not. Look at the next paragraph. Harsha was a kind and compassionate ruler who gave a lot in charity to the poor. Every 5 years, he held an assembly at Prayag, the place where the river Yamuna and Ganga met in Allahabad. Here, he would give away all the wealth he had collected till then. So, student, he was a kind ruler and who gave a lot to the poor, a lot of charity to the poor. And every 5 years, he held an assembly in Allahabad where river Ganga and Yamuna met, and here he would give away all the wealth he had collected in 5 years, and you can say till then. He was a devotee of the god Shiva but also supported the Buddhists in many important ways. Toward the end of his life, he became a follower of Buddhism. So student, he was a devotee and you can say bhakt of god Shiva but also supported the Buddhist in many important way, and in the last of his life he became the followers of the Gautam Buddha, and he became the followers of religion Buddhism religions. So student, Harshavardhan and Ashoka was the followers of Gautam Buddha, and this is the similarity between the Ashoka and the Harshavardhan. Now look at the next paragraph. He encouraged poets, dramatists and painters. Bana Bhatta, the authors of Harsh Charitra or the life of Harsha, was a Harsha court poet. Harsha was himself a poet. He composed 3 plays in Sanskrit, Nagananda, Ratnavali and Priyadarsika. So student, he encouraged poet, dramatists and painters. Bana Bhatta, the authors of Harsh Charitra. So student, he was a very kind and compassionate ruler, so he encouraged all the artists like poet, dramatist and painter. And Bana Bhatta, the authors of Harsh Charitra, the life of Harsha. Harsh Charitra is the life of Harsha, was a Harsha court poet, and he was himself a poet. Harshavardhan was himself a poet, and he composed 3 plays in Sanskrit. First one is Nagananda, Ratnavali and Priyadarsika. Harsha was the last great ruler of ancient India. After his death in 647 CE, his empire broke up into many independent, free, not ruled by other kingdoms. So student, he was the last and was the great ruler of ancient India, and after his death his empire was broke up into many independent kingdom. Independent means free, not ruled by others, not ruled by other kings. So student, I hope you all understood about the king Harshavardhan, and you have to read and learn about the king Harshavardhan. This is your today's homework. So that's all, and thank you.